Hey, what's up, guys? It's Blake here with Boost Portfolio. In this video, we're going to talk about what's going on in the crypto space. There's a lot happening with consensus in this week in New York. Also, kind of what's going on with the market. How is it reacting? There's a lot of good news, and to me, it seems like it's not really reacting too much. So we're going to get into some technical analysis. We have Bitcoin pulled up here on a daily time frame. Before we get too far into this, guys, none of this is financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Always invest at your own risk. So what are we looking at here? This is Bitcoin on a daily time frame, and we like to look at Bitcoin because it's a leading indicator and what's going to happen, in my opinion, with the rest of the coins. So we like to look at Bitcoin. It's really where we build our foundation. Now we're looking at this horizontal white line, and we'll just go ahead and get rid of some of this background information. So we're looking at this horizontal white line, and that's roughly around 9,000. So you guys can see it's a very important inflection point, meaning that we've had, inflection lows, multiple touches in this range, acted as resistance here, became support, and now it's acting as resistance once again. So in my opinion, if we can't get back above that 9,000 level, especially in the short term, I do see more downside for Bitcoin. Now, I do say that on the short term, because long term, I am extremely bullish on Bitcoin and the entire crypto space. But right now, we're having a little trouble getting back above this 9,000 level. One positive note, though, I will add, is that if you look at this, okay, this inflection low, this panic low was in the middle of January, okay? So that was roughly $9,000, okay? And you can see we're pretty much right back at that 9,000 level again, and today it's the middle of May, okay? So 5 months trading sideways, exactly, pretty much almost 5 months to the day, we've just traded sideways. So that's not further downside. We're not rallying. What that is it's basically just consolidation. So we're finding a range, okay? We're finding a range that we're building that foundation. Now, you never want prices to just rise exponentially all the time, and you also don't want them just to, fall off the map. We need to build a foundation, and Bitcoin is so new in its development, it's hard to really put a price tag on what to value and how to value it, because there's so many technologies that are built off of the blockchain, and a lot of them still are, the underlying chain is Bitcoin. So it's very difficult to value, and you can see that we've just traded sideways. Long term, I'm extremely bullish on this. To me, this is a consolidation phase. I think the bottom may be in. Okay, so that's why I'm still holding my Ethereum. Now, you guys know we actually don't hold any Bitcoin in the model portfolio on Telegram. If you're not in Telegram, that's where I give you all the alerts, access to my model portfolio. Follow along. Also, trade at your own risk. Now, the reason that I like Ethereum over Bitcoin is Ethereum is relatively performing much better than Bitcoin at the moment. Now, you can see Ethereum is still doing fairly well. You guys know that following Telegram said I'm still holding on to Ethereum, and I posted a chart similar to this where we had the Ichimoku cloud. It's just a trend following tool that I like to use. We have a bullish cross in here, and we're also still hanging out inside this cloud. So still bullish to me. I do think we do eventually make a run up to this 8,900. If we start to make some closes below really 635, this candle's low here, I do think we'll probably head lower. But until that happens, I'm not too worried about Ethereum at all. And if we go ahead and take a look at the Ethereum to the Bitcoin chart, so that was Ethereum to the US dollar. Now, if we look at Ethereum to Bitcoin, you can see we are above the Ichimoku cloud. We have some green Heikin Ashi candles that are continuing to make flat bottoms, so no tails on the bottoms of these candles, and continuing to continue this uptrend. So that's why we are invested in Ethereum as opposed to Bitcoin. Now, I do like to keep an eye on Bitcoin because it gives me a heads up of what's going to happen in the crypto space. Now, as you guys know, this week is Consensus in New York. If you don't know what it is, it's basically the biggest blockchain gathering event of the year. Over 7,000 people in attendance. Lots going on. Lots and lots of good news coming out of Consensus. And we also have a lot of good news that's coming out on Cointelegraph. Now, Cointelegraph is just a website that I like to follow for some of my news. And you can see we have Coinbase. We've been talking about institutional money. Coinbase is now targeting the institutional investors. So yes, it's a great news. Definitely it is great news. They're going to be offering some over-the-counter trades as opposed to just, on the exchange itself for the regular investors like you and I. So the over counter will help out, but just to clarify, guys, it's not like institutional investors are just gonna, create a Coinbase, account on their phone and start dumping in millions of dollars. That's really not how it works. But regardless, this is good news. Okay. We also have the FedEx CEO saying that blockchain is the next frontier of the global supply chains. I 100% agree with this. These are coins like VeChain, Origin Trail, Wabi. These are all tracing and tracking types of coins. I think they have tremendous potential. So if you don't own those, go ahead and check those out. And IBM, as far as like the big companies that are established in the U.S., IBM is really the leader of the pack when it comes to what companies already exist that are already been functioning for a long time. Tech companies, IBM is leading the pack. It's above Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Facebook. It's above all of them. They're coming up with partnerships. They're having new technology that they're patenting almost every day. If you guys watch any IBM commercials, they even mention blockchain technology in their commercials. So IBM is really a big player here. So we have tons of good news, and the market's just kind of trading sideways. Not too much is going on. This is big news here. So at Consensus, the Fed chair of St. Louis actually was talking about Bitcoin, and whether he was talking about Bitcoin in a positive light or a negative light, he did go on to say that Bitcoin could emerge as a threat to the U.S. dollar. And so just to have somebody of that caliber, a Fed chair of St. Louis, even talking about Bitcoin at a conference like Consensus just lends the credibility to what this technology can offer. So, lots of things are going on. U.S. Seminole County in Florida to accept crypto as tax payment. I mean, the writing is on the wall. There's so much good news coming out, but the markets really aren't moving yet. Okay, so I'm very bullish on crypto. This isn't something that is just going to disappear. Okay, it's sticking, and I see lots of these big companies, corporations, governments even starting to hop on the bandwagon. So that's why I'm still bullish. You guys know I am a trend trader. The trend is still up, especially with the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. So I'm not panicking. I'm not letting any sort of emotions try to dictate my trading habits. It's all calculated. It's all about risk reward, mitigating risk. And if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and also make sure you check out Telegram. I'm going to put the link below, and if you're interested, I will be starting a monthly newsletter and also offering free coin picks. So that's also going to be linked. Just sign up with your email, and I'll be sure not to spam you guys. So I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, guys.